Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Basola. I'm a pro makeup artist here in the New York City area. And I forgot what else I was just about to say. But welcome to my channel. My brows are done. This video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be all about the new stuff. A couple of things here is just, it's not new, but I want to use all of the new products, how I would wear my makeup. My wake up? My makeup. I want you guys to be able to see how I would apply it if it was just every day. I don't want to just test stuff just to test it because it's new. I want to be able to show you guys if this were new, how I would wear it as my everyday use. My brows, I did have something new in my makeup arsenal here, but this is not new. This is years old. And you know what? I need to talk to somebody at Urban Decay. This, what is this? Brow blade? Can you see it? Is it focusing? It's not yeah. This brow blade right here. I want this to just be this. Do you see how fine that is? There's a little fly here. I love that. And I wish they would just come out with that because there's this part here that's also a brow pencil. I'm sure I'll probably like it, but I want there to be a brow blade, just the brow blade, not this. Um, I'm only saying that because I have other new brow pencils now that I really like. So I'll try the other side whenever I'm ready. But that brow blade, I need to speak to somebody. Um, if you know somebody that work at Urban Decay, I need to write them. Just come out with the brow blade by itself. Or yeah, the pen part, ink part, whatever. That's what I used to do my little strokes here. Here you guys can see. I'm gonna come closer. It's very hair-like, and I like that because all other brow pens, because my brows in the front area, they're fuller. I just pencil it in a little bit, but on my ends here, I almost said my tail. Yeah, my brow tail, my brow end, whatever. Um, it's very sparse, and I like to fill it in to match the rest of my eyebrows. So that's new to me to use, but I've already known how great it is for a while. I don't know why I've never bought it. The another one that's really good, but it's too thick. It's like eyeliner thick. Is the one from Anastasia. Now, if Anastasia made theirs thinner like that, we're in there. We're in there. So what I did my brows with today was the brow blade and the Rare Beauty one. So these two is what I used, just so y'all can see. I just wanted to let you know what I use there. So as we go, as you guys will see what's new. And yeah, majority of it is new. So we'll start with my eyes. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay eyeshadow potion primer. I mentioned this in my Sephora savings video that I really love this because I have hooded. Wow, because I have oily eyelids. I mean, I do have hooded eyelids, but you know, like I don't know, something has changed. Like my like if I'm looking up talking to you, you can see it's a little hooded, but you can still see color. I just have a lot of space here. So some people are like, you don't have hooded lids. I do. In this section, this part, you guys know I've already mentioned it. This product is not new. I'm just gonna press this in. But the eyeshadow palette that I'm using is new. It is the new Tom Ford one. And I'll let you know the color. I'll be honest, for longevity, I mean, this is not gonna break your product apart. But if you want, what you can do here, where's my, let me try to just use a translucent powder so I can show you an example of what I'm talking about. Oh my God. If you want to extra secure this, you could just powder over wherever you may crease. And I just use my hourglass powder for that, but you don't have to. I just wanted to show you guys. And if you're feeling extra, well, I don't know how this is going to perform. So let's just get started. This is the new Soleil Eye Color Quad from Tom Ford, and this is Emerald Dusk. And I will bring this up close and personal so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to use just a tiny little thing here. Something very, 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 very fluffy. Just up here. It's kind of actually the same color of the shimmer one, but I don't want shimmer on my brow bone. So I'm just, any powder bronzer would be fine. I'm going to take, they don't even have names. These palettes are always too expensive to not be having names. Like, the names need to be on there. I don't care how small they have to print them. I'm also feeling like I want to use my finger. For this green emerald looking color. So this one here. Ooh. Yep. And on the other eye, I'm going to wet and use a brush so we can see what the intensity gives, so we can see what the difference is. But I think this color, I mean, I would wear this as a daily color for me. It's fine. But if you feel like going, like, what am I trying to say? On a night out or you're going to an event, I think this color will also be beautiful. Like, imagine having on a velvet dress. Please, this is so pretty. Okay, so now with a dense, like a nice packed dense brush, I'm going to go in with this color here and just pat. Oh, there's no kickback. Okay, and I'm going to press. So now what I'm going to do is blend both of them, and I'll go back in with my finger or maybe like a nice small blending brush or a packer brush, and then just dab on here so it can marry it well together. You guys will see. I just like to explain what I'm doing, but you still see in my actions what I'm doing. Like when I pick it up, there's no kickback, but it's a habit for me. I have to pat everything. You guys can see here, there's no fallout. And like I said, I'm going to take a just a, what kind of brush is even this? Does it have any? Detailed blending brush, and that's exactly what I want to do with this. I want it in a very specific place because you guys can see here it's still very, like, you can see where it starts and stop. So I'm going to try to blur that area with the, oh, that picks up nice too though on a brush. So I'm just using this a little bit. Want you guys to see the tiny bit I'm using. Sometimes the cameras, they're a little too good. Focus. I know it's trying to focus on my face. So I'm just using this to marry that together. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush with nothing on it, or with not picking up extra product and just marrying. This would be just blending together. I mean, whichever side you want more intensity, you can add more intensity. But I want you guys to see how nice and subtle this is. I know sometimes when you see pigment in a palette, it can be jarring, right? But Tom Ford palettes, I say Tom Ford palettes, Charlotte Tilbury palettes, and the palettes of the like Guerlain. Guerlain though, their palettes are like out there. I love the colors. I'm not using it in this video, and these are not new. That's why I'm not using it in this video. But I got two new ones. Maybe in my next, what's new in my makeup? Oh, that's a good idea. What's new in my makeup? Not necessarily like new products. Um, we can use that. I just love those colors. There's a green in there that is like, whoo, that is real emerald. So see the subtlety? And if I wanted with, where is the brush? Where did it go? I know you lying. You know what? Because we never really use these and they're always nice and fluffy. I'm gonna take the tiny cute brush that comes with it. I'm gonna go back in that green color and I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit. I think these brushes are always good for like, I'll say my mom, for example, my mom is not gonna know what to do with a blending brush, a big, like, look at my eye brushes. You ready? My mom don't know what to do with that, you know? So I think for people that are beginners or just like older and they're not doing all of this because this is overwhelming, I think these are really good because it's really, you see how it's doing its job? And then I personally would just go and blend that. And that's it. Um, for the inner corner, later once I'm like almost completed, almost complete with my makeup, I'm gonna go in with this inner corner here, this color. So that is it for this eye. I don't have any new eyeliner, so I'm just gonna speed through the eyeliner. But I do really love this eyeliner. This is Black Onyx. The shade is Black Onyx, and this is the liquid pen from Shades by Shan. Um, Another mascara that's still newish in my makeup arsenal here is the Sephora collection Love the Lift mascara. And I told you guys I really, really love this mascara. It's very comparable to the Lash Idol from Lancome. That's it. So simple. This is why I always love, for daily use, I love big mega palettes, but not everybody's doing that. Not everybody wants a palette that's going to overwhelm them. I don't get overwhelmed when it comes to makeup, but a lot of people do. When you're not someone that's playing the makeup every day, but you just want your makeup for good everyday use, I love the palettes for that. The Charlotte Tilbury one, just cute compact palettes like that. I think that's why a lot of people gravitates towards them. So that is it for the eye. That was quick and simple for me because we only have two shadows on, and I used my powder that I'm gonna use for my face later. I should have used the bronzer, but oh well. So now we're gonna move on to this eye. but we are going to wet our brush, the brush that I'm going to use, so you guys can see the difference, how you can intensify it or you can have it like this for a nice everyday look. And I'm going to come closer so you guys can see. So like there's a nice shift to it. All right. So to start off with the eyeshadow wet, depending on your eye shape or how big your eyes are, you can either use one of two application brushes like this. And this one here, the black one, is the Sephora Collection Pro Eyeshadow Brush number 14. And this, if I can find it, I will leave the name of the brush, but it is from Royal Langnickel, and I've had this for like almost 10 years. I love this. So because I'm only doing two, I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, because I'm only doing two eyeshadows, I'm not doing anything crazy. This, if you have smaller eyes than me, I would say, because there's a small version of this, so you can see these are both the Sephora Collection brush, and the smaller one is 15, the bigger one is 14. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't want this to be like too wet, so I'm trying to make sure I don't spray it too close. So I'm using the, what is this, the Hydro Grip and Set, and I think something like this is really good to pick up that shade. Just testing it on the back of my hand to make sure it's not so wet, because we also don't want to ruin our shadow by just dumping a super wet brush in it. And because I am patting this in, I'm hoping it's shown on camera, it's just packing more pigment. This is more like diffused and softer, and this is packing like the actual pigment on there. And I really like that. And because of the size of the brush, you guys see that I haven't even dipped back into the pan. And right now, I don't even think I'm going to. So it's still all the way up here the way I would want it. Now what I can do is blend this together to diffuse it. See? And then going back in, I wonder, maybe I should also wet that one and see what it'll do. Still the same brush that I used though for this part of the, I'll say it's more like a dark bronze color. And then going back in with the brush with nothing on it, just patting over that bronze. So from eye to eye, you can see, if you want, you could just do a little more blending. So what I'm gonna do here with just the tips of the brittles of the brushes or of the brush, I'm just gonna blend a little more. I really like that. You can see it gives a little more intensity. I hope you guys can see that. I literally hope it's coming off that way. And just with my blending brush with nothing on it, just let's give a nice seamless blend. And again, I'm just gonna fast forward through the eyeline a bit. I don't like doing my eyeliner like this on camera, my left eyeliner, because I'm always like, I have to have to be closer. Yeah, I can definitely tell in person that this is a little more intense than this eye is. So, really love that. Once I'm done with, I mentioned this already, I'm going to add the little sparkler color. It's nice and sparkly. Nice and sparkly. I wish this cloth, though, because I'm already making a mess, was a different color. I know a lot of the, what am I trying to say? A lot of the other ones, they're like more in the other colors. Because, you know, when you do your makeup, it's all on it. Anyway. That is it for the eyes, the newness for the eyes. So going on, I'm going to show you guys that, but let me put on what my primer for today is going to be. I already dipped my finger in this, so it's okay. But I need like a, I'm going to go in with my primer and then use this new Glow Recipe drops. I like that it's a bronzy also color. It's like everything that's coming out, the brands are like, listen, summer is coming. I like to put this Danessa Blurring Balm everywhere because I'm oily everywhere. So while that is doing its priming thing, I wanted to put that on first before I just start going right in with foundation. So this is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Hue Drops. And this is Sun Glow. This is the new shade. Like, this product itself is not new, but this shade is new. I'm going to bring it closer so y'all can see. So, I'm excited. Let me swatch for you guys so you can see what it looks like on my, oh, gotta keep pumping. You see the goldenness of it? I'm not sure if you're supposed to wear this by itself. Ooh. I want you guys to see what it looks like on my forehead. But on my palette, I'm going to mix the foundation and this together so you can see. But look at that compared to this side. All right, let's do forehead so y'all can, I want you to see the swatch. Okay. Oh, I don't mind this at all. I hope it mixes well with the foundation, because if it doesn't, that would be a bummer. And I'm just gonna go, I've told you guys I've been just in love with this foundation since I got it. This is the Prada foundation. I almost said proud. And I am in the shade DN90, in case we're twin shades. So I have mixed both of those together. What foundation brush do I want to use? Let's use something nice and, all right. Okay. If you're new here, I always like to say this in almost every makeup video because chances are sometimes, you know, someone is new, and I never put, unless I'm doing a demo for something, I never really put foundation under my eye because I'm going over it with concealer. Concealers are thicker than foundation. I just don't. Like, I'm not putting foundation under my eye to put concealer, to put powder, to put another powder, to set my, I'm not doing that. And it's just not needed, and it also alters the shade, in case you didn't know, because if you already have pigment and color on your skin, when you add the concealer and you blend it out, yes, it can still be lighter, but it still alters the shade. And if I'm just looking to cover, I'm gonna just use the concealer, because concealers, like I said, are thicker than foundation. I like this though, but it seems like the glow is subtle, and I don't mind that because I don't like looking greasy. I can look glowy, but you know, it's not bad. I wish, you know what, now that I wish so we can see the difference, to see um one side glowy and one side with just the foundation, but I can tell it's glowy because if I had put that foundation on by itself, it would have just looked skin like, opposed to, let me come closer so you can see. Next new product that we have. I'm like 3 weeks late in this. I've been meaning to do this video, y'all. I've been meaning to do this video. Life just be happening. Is the Say, it's called something, child. Why am I like this? The Slip Tint Concealer. I have shade 20 and 22 that they sent me. They also sent me this. But I've pumped it out and I already know it's not my this is 9.5. This is not my shade. It's too light for me. So what I'm going to do, let me see. I want to use both colors so we can see what it's giving. So I'll use 20 under my eye, and then 22 like on my chin and my forehead so we can see what the different colors are looking like. So this leans a little more red on my tone. I have neutral. Thank you. I have neutral. What am I trying to say? I'm blanking. Undertones. Neutral all the way. So when I use something that's a little too red or when I use something that's a little too cool, you can always tell. So just so you guys know that. Not me almost poking myself in the eye, child. Yeah, it's red. So I'm gonna blend this out. And you know what? I made a mistake because I have not dampened my sponge. I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. I can't use a dry sponge under my eye. Absolutely not. It's gonna soak up the product anyway. I'll be right back. So now I gotta work fast because I had to go wet my sponge because I generally don't like my concealer to dry. Because for what? If you have good concealer, it's gonna do its job anyway. So now, I'm going to use the shade 22. I like the way this is looking under my eye though. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it at all. I really like it. Like it's warm, but it still suits my skin tone. But this is not a concealer like I would wear it by itself. I generally, if I'm gonna put on makeup, y'all, I'm gonna put on makeup. I'm not one of those no makeup people. But there are certain things like if I wanted to do a quick video, I'll just like spot conceal. But to pretend to use concealer as my foundation, I don't got time for that. I'm using foundation. Like, what is the beef with foundation lately? I don't get it. So these concealers definitely run redder, um, or just warmer, I would say. But you can see on my chin and on my forehead, it's closer to my tone. So I'm just gonna blend this out. So I definitely don't know if I like the shade 22 because it's so warm. But I'll use to blend my concealer and it's so red. It's almost acting like a blush. So I would say pushing your powder in um, around your nose area if you feel like your nose always lifts up. Your nose always lifts up. Your the whole time I've been talking in my microphone was not close to me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just happened to I've been talking, yip yapping for 5 minutes. And I just realized that. But if you feel like your makeup always lifts around your nose or it doesn't last as long, when you're setting, always make sure to push, push, push in. Lock that bad lock that bad boy in. Like my forehead is so red. And y'all, I like that the light is doing this to my forehead so you can see my natural texture. Texture does not bother me and never has, is what my skin looks like. But you know what I've noticed? And it's still going on when I watch certain people's videos. Cameras are so good now that when you what's the word I'm trying to find? When you buy a new camera, they automatically come out or they come with like the presets. Like this is if you're not adjusting your camera. Oof, that's a lot. That's a lot. With the oh my god. Why would I do this to myself? Let's let the powder sink into the bristles. That's what I'm doing here. So just going in here. But what I was trying to say was texture does not bother me. And I mentioned that a lot of cameras nowadays, if you watch other people's videos, it's so good that it's still a filter on the lens. Like their skin looks a little blurred, and sometimes when the light shines on it, you'll see. I'm not doing that. I want you guys to see what my skin looks like. So when you do wear makeup, you know what skin actually looks like. There's one of my girlfriends, I think up until COVID, she had not, her skin is like baby's butt, okay? Like just so smooth. She also has dry skin, so she doesn't have any pores. However, her skin, my best friend is the same way. Like they just have really smooth skin because they have dry skin. I have oily skin, so I have pores, and I don't know. I know it's something that bothers some people, but it's never, I want to say it's never bothered me because I've just always thought it was skin. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So what I'm trying to say here is I notice still people are using filters. They may not be filtering the actual video, but the lens is already filtered or it's to that setting where y'all will see what I'm talking about. Like in certain people's video, you can't unsee it now that I've mentioned it. Watch. And this is why I also like coming closer so y'all can see what things look like. My under eye still looks a little crazy because we have not swept it up a little bit. But I just want to lock this makeup in. So after setting it with the brush, like this is a newness video, but I still like to teach y'all stuff. Like right here, this is my insecurity right here. But if I want to push everything in more, I just with the same powder, of course, that I used to set my face. And it's the Givenchy Prise Mes Livres. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I like to still, when I'm using new things, to still do my makeup the same way I actually would. And now to sweep off, if I can find the brush I'm looking for, to sweep off my under eye baking, because that's basically what I did. I just didn't sweep it off, but I'm not worried. It's not going to be messy. I'm using my Micro Smooth powder to sweep it off. Nice and smooth. I'm gonna give a little yellow here because I don't like how red that Shade concealer was. On my forehead. All right. So for my bronzer, this is also not new. For my bronzer, this is not new, but it's new to my kit. I've been wanting to pick it up and I always forget, or when I'm in the store to pick it up, they never have the shade. And this is the Gucci bronzer in the shade 05 or just number 5. I don't know what's going on with my camera today. I think I have it too far. I think that's what it is. But this is what it looks like. I liked how it was similar but not the same with the came a cute little brush. I'm not gonna use that, but that's cute. I'll figure out something for it. It can be good to sweep away any excess product on your under eye. Anyway, it's close to the Pat McGrath one, but not exactly the same. I think this leans a little warmer. I was gonna try it with, or I was gonna compare it with the NARS one. Do I want to use this? This is a sculpting powder. This is what I'm gonna use. I don't know if I just mentioned it, but I'm in the shade 5, and it is the darkest shade that they had. So when I was in store, let me apply while I tell y'all the story. Oh, it's so lovely. While I was in store, I don't even know if you'll be able to see it come off since my concealer was so red. Oh yeah, you can. See? You'd be able to see it more if that concealer wasn't so red. But I was comparing it to the House Labs one, and I can see it in person. I don't know if it's showing up on camera though. Dang. Or it could be my monitor because I can see it. I really loved it. That's why I picked it up. And I've known that it was good because I've used it on clients before. I've swatched it on people. I know that it's amazing. So I decided to finally pick it up. I exchanged some things in store. I compared it to the House Labs and the NARS one. The NARS one on me was like a red blush. It was really, 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 really red. And I don't know if I was going for that. Like, this was still going to give me what I needed. I feel like if it wasn't for the concealer that I used, they're on the warmer side, you guys would be able to see this more. But also, you probably can see it, and it's just my monitor is so bright that I'm not seeing what y'all are seeing, but this is so beautiful. Like a subtle, it does what it needs to do. I like it, quite honestly. Now I'm going to use contour, or I'm going to contour, but this is a powder. Where's this from? This is Fenty 495, and I used it as my contour shade because I like how deep it is, and it's on the cooler side. you'll see. You can already see that. Oh, am I chewing powder right now? You guys can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on this cheek so you can see more. And I like to bring my contour down because I have a round face, so I like contouring downward. When I face the screen properly, you'll see the difference. See? Then I'm gonna go back in with the powder. This is not new, but like I said, I always like to teach as I go or explain what I'm doing as I go, even though this is not new stuff. Just making sure it's connecting to my actual brow in the front. Okay. Time for blush and highlighter, which are my next new products. Here I have 3 shades of the light diffusing highlighter from Fenty Beauty, the Demi Glow highlighters, the newer ones, and I'm using Java Jitters. They sent me the 2 other colors. They sent me 8 and 7, and they all work because I've seen them. But this is the one I want to use. Oh, I have the NARS blushes, the new formulated one. Cause who asked them? NARS blushes are so iconic to me. Like, who asked you to reformulate? I mean, I know who asked, but we're not going to talk about that here. Okay, let's see. Yep. It's doing it. Yep. Oh, Fenty. Y'all, look at this. No glow, glow. Oh, I love that. The brush I'm using is this came. I'm gonna try to see if I have the regular one because this came with a thing that Sigma Beauty sent me. I'll try to see, but it's a highlighter brush. Any highlighter brush you already have in love will be fine. Oh wait, Fenty did send a highlighter brush. I'll use it on my other cheek. They sent a highlighter brush with this. Because as soon as I got it, I washed it and I put it away. Oh, I love, I love, I love, I like it. I love it actually. I kept saying I love and why did I switch to I like? I was gonna say, I know what I was gonna say. I love the subtlety of the glow. And that's why they said demi glow. It's not like crazy highlighter. We know Fenty has highlighter that's blinding. I love the subtlety of this. So I'm going to now pull out or bring out the brushes that they, or the brush that they have for this. Wow, if I can talk. Eh? Y'all, why does it look like there's a child out there screaming his lungs out? Anyway, this is what the highlighter brush looks like. I'm gonna go in. On my other cheek. It's just like a glow from within. I like it. I don't mind the brush either. And then just so y'all can see what it looks like on, straight on, so you can see it on my nose. I like that I can actually do this and you can see the subtlety, but you can still see the glow. Someone's child is screaming and a dog is barking at the same time. Please. What do we have going on? Why? Ooh, like, what are y'all doing? So, the next new thing that I'm going to use, it was a battle and it was tough, but we're going to try one cheek at a time. This is the new reformulated uh, NARS Orgasm Rush, and it looks like so. Just work out for me. And the Rare Beauty, what is this called? Soft Pinch. It's called Soft Pinch something something. But y'all have seen these everywhere. Don't focus on my hand, focus on the product. Hello? What is going on? There we go. They also sent me all 6 shades, but this was the one that was calling to me because I was gonna do this video much earlier and I chose colors that were similar in color. I didn't want to go outside looking crazy. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use 2 different blush brushes. Just so, wait. Yeah, they're both from Sigma. One of them is actually a powder brush, but it's small enough for, I've used both of them for blushes before. Just so I'm not mixing and matching the blushes, so y'all see what it's like on its own. So on this side, I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty, and the shade is Truth. Okay, Truth, I see you. Just so y'all can see. I like this. And then I'm just patting it in. Ooh, I like that. There are new blushes I also got from Kaja, but it literally got here right before I started to film this video. So hopefully in the next video, I'm able to showcase these. If I didn't already mention that earlier, because I've been talking so much, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but just so I can show you guys what they look like. They're so cute. And I have 6 shades. The swatches, I feel like I said this already. The swatches will be on the screen. So that was Rare Beauty Truth. And then we're going to do NARS next. And this is Orgasm Rush. I believe I mentioned that. This is more, how do I want to describe this? Let me see. I need to stop looking at my monitor and look in my mirror. This is definitely more on the, like a golden peach, like a bronzing peach. Very bronzy, but peach. And the orgasm colors, you know, because this is, the Rare Beauty one is more on the pinker fuchsia side. And the NARS one is, I'm packing it on so y'all can see. I won't lie though, I would say upon applying or like upon application, the NARS one is the more pigmented one, but it also blends like a dream. Like, I don't know which one to choose that I like more because I like them both. Let me go ahead and blend this a little more. I like that they're also both buildable because I went back in a couple of times for the brushes just to build it up and see. So NARS, rare. Just I don't know. I like them both equally. If you guys see all these little things that look like threads, it's all my gray hairs. I every day I wake up, I find a new gray hair. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who asked the gray hair, but I don't know what they doing here. Um, y'all, I cannot decide. Let me go back in with my powder brush. Have I even done that yet? Micro smooth powder. This is not new. I'm just going to make my skin look like butter. Okay. When I do this step, I'm not worried that my makeup is going to lift or anything like that because we've already set our face. Like if I were going out, if it were summer, like, or I just knew I was going out, I would have set my whole face once I set it with powder, with like setting spray, and then continue with the highlighter, blush, all that stuff. And then with the powder again. But this is not for longevity. That's a lot darker than I expected. Oops. Next new thing. Now I still don't know what colors to use. I brought all of these out here because I was like, oh, I'll be able to figure it out depending on the eye look that I do. All of these, I have all of my camera just stopped on me. So yeah, I have all of these colors and I don't know what to use. Low-key. I want to use all of them. This is a real dilemma, but while I think it's gonna be no. They look so similar. To not make this jarring or crazy, yeah, I'm gonna use the shade Posh. But first I'm gonna line my lips. And to line my lips, I'm using the Milk Infinity Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Limitless. It's brown, it's eyeliner. We already had this discussion of why I like eyeliner. If we didn't, and you're new here or you didn't see that video, it's because eyeliners are waterproof and they're cooler, and I like cooler lip liners because a lot of lip liners, it doesn't matter how dark or brown they are, they tend to lean red. I don't like that. So, yeah. Like even the Huda Beauty one I could have used, it leans on the redder side. So I'm making sure to not overline because I already have big lips that I love. So I'm just lining my lips. I'm not overlining them. If I overline them, you see that the heart is gone. Like right there would be gone. If I overlined, it would be behind. But I'm just lining. Oh, I just made a boo-boo. Oh, I could have went for the lighter color. I love this applicator. I also did not need a lip liner for this. Now, don't touch me. What color is this? Foxy? Let me see what Foxy looks like on top of this. I should have used Foxy to begin with. I'm not going to lie to you. I really like this. Okay, so I'm gonna use this first, and then I'm going to use my Krylon spray. So they have two. Let me show you. Um, from the same brand. They kind of do different things, but the same things. You will find more of these than you will find this. I think you can only really find this. You can only find both of them. I think pro makeup artist stores, whether that be online or in physical person. I was gonna say in person chat. So this is a specific line that Krylon has. So this is not a new product. I just wanted to show you guys because it's new. And I just bought this, but I've had the other one. I've had the Tola, this one for a while. I went to go pick the mini one, the baby size of this, and then I saw this next to it, and I was like, oh, I already have the powder. I've had this powder for years. So is this the same line? Can you focus on me? Yeah. There we go. Oh, not me making a boo-boo. So it's waterproof. Um, maybe next time I'll show you guys using that. But I wanted to try this. So that's what we're doing. So while that's still doing its thing, I'm gonna add mascara to my lower lash line. Look at the difference. And then I have to make sure I'm not so close with this because, please, let me get my fan ready. It doesn't even feel wet. All right. Like I said, wow, I just made a lot of noise. Like I said, it doesn't feel wet. And I should have waited till I'll come back to that. I should have waited till my under eye mascara was fully dry, and I knew better. So after this, it doesn't even matter what setting spray that I use. After I'm completely done with all of my makeup. So this is me being done. You know what I wanted to do? See, I almost forgot because I put it away. And then while all of that is still doing its little thing, I'm going to take a Sigma E30. There's never really any kickback in these. That's crazy. I'm going to inner corner like I said I would. And then usually when I do that, what I like to do after, if I can find my eyeliner that I used, everything is in front of me, but I can't find my eyeliner. That's crazy because I'm probably staring at it right now. I can't find my eyeliner, y'all. Brief intermission. I can guarantee you when I move some things, I'll find that eyeliner. Anyway, because I added that brighter color here, I like to go in and just, you see the difference compared to this eye? You can see the difference in just the eyeliner being blacker and me bringing this. Oh, looks so good. So I'm always careful when it comes to my inner corner to make sure I'm taking my time when I'm doing that because my folds on both eyes are not the same. I don't know if you guys can tell. Like I have a bigger fold here Then on this so I wiped away that green that we used with this tiny brush earlier. So I'm just going to marry that brighter color and the green together seamlessly. See? I'm going to do the same for this eye. And that is it for all the new stuff that I have. Final step that I told you guys I do, I go back in with my powder brush with nothing on it. And just, if you feel like your face is too shiny, bring down the shine. And yes, I'm going over it with the highlighter and the blush and all that stuff. Because that's what really brings a lot of things together. Like, you don't know where anything starts or stops. And that's the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to insert pictures of what it looks like in photography or in a photograph form. Same thing. Thank you for watching, and you see me in the next video.